I will be very honest with you guys. I will be putting up a very brave face tonight. I was actually thinking whether I should be joining tonight or not, but thanks to the friends of mine, the circle of cricket fans, the experts, they said, come on, yeah, be a sport. So I think that's the reason why I'm here tonight hosting the show. Otherwise, I would have taken a night off. I would have said no. But thanks to Keshav and Sunny, I made it to the show. But what a game of cricket! Delhi qualifying for the first final. Huge congratulations to them. They have beaten Sunrisers Hyderabad by 17 runs, and for the first time ever, have qualified for the final. I have with me Sunny, Keshav, and Samkit, the usual suspects. We just have one more show after tonight, so love to you guys to comment as much as you can. We'll take your comments. So let me go straight away to the Delhi fan who's smiling. Last 1 week he wasn't. Sunny, you were so annoyed with your team, and you're like, this team, the way they play, they will never be able to qualify for. Forget about the finals; they'll not qualify for the playoff number 2 also. But they ended up beating one of the better teams in Sunrisers Hyderabad. So your thoughts tonight? I'll come to you first.
I think first of all, we should give credit to the way they came out to, bat first after winning the toss. Shreyas Iyer said, "Ki okay, we'll bat first," because last match they did a mistake by not batting first. Pressure game, you know, made a few changes and actually paid off. They were, I think, 100 for 1 in first 10 overs, and Stoinis and Dhawan gave them the platform which was needed, and the intent was there. And for me, nothing can get better than this. Qualifying for the finals after waiting for around 13 years.
Absolutely, absolutely. Keshav, your prediction, buddy, is the second prediction which seems to be in jeopardy. I think you said that they will not qualify for the finals, but they have. But I think they surprised equally as much as they have done to you, because I thought tonight's game was a game for Sunrisers Hyderabad to win after the way they performed in the last 5 matches. Because Delhi has been performing the opposite side, and Hyderabad was on the right side of it. But were you surprised with the performance of Delhi tonight to pull off a perfect game, near perfect game, not a perfect game?
I think more than Delhi surprising me, I was surprised by Hyderabad's game, because they didn't look on in the first inning, especially catches being dropped, and then if you remember that Rashid's overthrow, so 4 extra runs. So matlab, it felt like Delhi was more switched on tonight than Hyderabad, which should have been opposite, because Hyderabad has been coming off from a resurgence, winning 5 games in a row, and Delhi had lost, I think, 4 or 5 games in the last 6 games. So I still feel that more than Delhi, Hyderabad deserve to be in that final because of the way they have been playing in the recent past, and the fact that they had beaten Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, all of them just coming into the playoffs. So they look like a much better and a much tighter unit. But today I think they lost this game because of their own mistakes rather than Delhi outplaying them completely. And even after इतनी गलतियां करने के बाद भी आप सिर्फ जब 17 रन से हार रहे हो, Williamson and Samad almost pulling it off. So it shows that how dearly those mistakes have cost. या तो होता ना कि आप one sided हार गए होते तो फिर that shows that Delhi completely outplayed. But when you're losing so closely, now they will look back at it, how we could have taken those catches or saved those valuable runs. Because when Holder dropped Stoinis, I think he was still in the single digit score, and after that he went on to score some 30 odd. Yeah, so वहीं पे 30-35 रन का फर्क पड़ गया. So hard luck for you and for SRH fans, but I will still say that they deserve more than Delhi.
Well, you know what, Keshav, I think even though we agree to disagree on so many things, but you would, before you joined and before we went on it, that's what I was saying to Sunny. I said if we would have lost this match by 100 runs, I wouldn't have been disappointed at all, because I would have thought this is one of those days where Delhi steamrolled Hyderabad. But after getting that chances, even after performing so poorly with the field, that's where the disappointment is. And we'll definitely talk about Hyderabad at length.
You feel bad for someone like a Kane Williamson also, because he he was like alone in that battle, and it looked like he might even pull it off with some help from Samad and Rashid. But at the end of the day, now you have tasted the medicine which I've been tasting for so long with Chennai, because we have lost three finals to Mumbai, one by one run. So हम तो आप तो 17 रन से आ रहे हो क्वालिफाई टू में, हम पिछले साल फाइनल हारे थे 1 रन से. So you can understand the pain which every Chennai fan would have
No,
gone through.
I definitely understand the pain, but there are two sides of the spectrum, Keshav. Talking about Chennai Super Kings, you're talking about one-run victory. You have those joys of winning those trophies. Three trophies CSK have won. So three trophies you have joy. I was only hoping for a second finale, where successful finale against Mumbai. But never mind.
Well,
I think we'll talk about Hyderabad at length.
yeah,
Let me talk about Delhi to Samkit. Samkit, who had made two bold predictions. Talking about predictions, he's got two spot on. And I think Samkit, credit to you. The two things which you suggested. One, you said you should open with Stoinis because that's what he does in Big Bash. And then you said Priyam Garg should open. I was saying ki Samad ko open karna chahiye, but you said Priyam Garg. So I think both of your predictions came true. So your thoughts on the game tonight, and on thoughts on your finale opponent, your team's finale opponent.
First of all, coming to the predictions, I think like these guys are watching our hangouts. They just took it from our
Yeah.
hangouts and they did it. Uh, and coming to today's game, I think matlab, SRH lost it in the field again. Matlab, they still pulled it back. They were, I think, Delhi were 15 runs short, and we saw it in the end how close the game went. Uh, but I am very happy that Delhi won, because SRH would have been a tougher opponent to beat in the finals. And given how Delhi has performed even today, like their batting at the end and their bowling, it should not have been that close. So I am pretty confident for the final that Mumbai will ease their way. But if Bolt is not there, we might have if Bolt is not there and the Delhi openers just go like they went today, we might be over. Also, people like also for today's game, Delhi ka the main reason I think was Stoinis. क्योंकि स्टॉइनिस ने स्टार्टिंग में आई थिंक ही मेड 20-25 रन्स उस धवन के मारने से पहले, तो विच रिलीज्ड द प्रेशर फ्रॉम धवन. एंड बिकॉज स्टार्टिंग में फर्स्ट या सेकंड ओवर में एवरी टाइम दे लॉस्ट शॉ अर्ली, so it had an impact on Dhawan also by the way he approached the game. So it gave him more of a free hand today. And even though Stoinis scored 40, but that like 40 was very crucial for their win today.
Yeah, Sunny, I think by the way he was praising Delhi Capitals, he was like also kicking them in the backside, because he's saying that yes, they did quite a few things right tonight, but he says that he would have been worried if Hyderabad would have qualified for the final, because now they will get an easy walk in the park. You agree with that, Sunny?
Well, I personally don't feel they should be taking Delhi Capitals for granted, because they are unpredictable. I won't say they'll go and win the final, but they are unpredictable, and on their day they can beat any team.
Keshav, now it has become a 3.5 hours of play. It's not going to be about Delhi. It's not going to be about Mumbai. It's going to be about those 3.5 hours on that particular day. Because we have seen what happens in T20 cricket, especially in this IPL. Because there were so many teams, the auction was done so well, the purchasing was done so well, that all the teams had a say in this tournament. So as we know, 12 points is what the bottom team has, and the team which has qualified, two teams have qualified with 14 points. So it tells you a lot about the structure of this tournament. So Keshav, you think, we are going to talk about the finale also, but now that these two statements have come, I would love to hear your view about where do you see this 3.5 hours going come Tuesday evening?
Yeah, it's not just those 3.5 hours since it's the final. Even if you look at today, I had predicted that SRH would win this. You also thought of the same, but again, it's the knockouts. I mean, here, you don't really get another chance. And one one good spell from somebody or one good over from somebody can literally change the whole momentum. So, and this also shows the advantage of finishing in the top two, because if Delhi hadn't, and if they had been third or fourth, then they wouldn't have got that second chance after losing to Mumbai. So, and also I was just reading some stats. So out of 10 times, I think 8 times the top two teams have finished
Yes.
into the finals as well. जब से ये rule बना है वो playoffs वाला. So out of the 10 IPLs, 8 times the top two teams only have gone to the finals, not the third or fourth. So that's the advantage, and I think इट्स गोइंग टू बी एन इंटरेस्टिंग वन. वैसे तो मैं दिल्ली को नहीं सपोर्ट कर रहा था अब तक, क्योंकि मेरी प्रिडिक्शन भी थी, और मुझे इट्स नॉट जस्ट द प्रिडिक्शन बट मुझे लूपहोल्स दिखाई दिए जो सामने भी आए काफी हद तक. हालांकि आज बस वो लकी थे कि सनराइजर्स ने उनसे ज्यादा गलतियां की तो वो फाइनल में चले गए. बट नाउ दैट दे हैव गॉन इनटू द फाइनल, आई वुड वांट दिल्ली टू बीट मुंबई बिकॉज आई वुड नीड अ न्यू विनर. एंड ऑल्सो एवरी लीप ईयर देयर हैज बीन अ न्यू विनर. 2008 Rajasthan, 2012 Kolkata, and 2016 SRH. So this year could be a new winner.
Okay. And also somewhere your hidden agenda, you selfish guy, you don't want CSK to be falling behind in the trophies. That's something you will never accept. Okay. So let me come back to you, Samkit. Let's talk about Delhi's bowling. I think as we started the competition, and I think Keshav made this very good point that, when Delhi started this competition, the pitches were fresh and, the bounce was there and they were enjoying the batting, the Delhi batters, and the two fast bowlers of South Africa were getting the ball to bounce, that uncomfortable bounce and bowling the test match line. And every batter, seem to have a lot of problem facing them. But now that we are towards the end, almost the end of the tournament, the pitches are slowed up and the matches will be held at Dubai. So, do you think that Delhi's bowling, even today, Nokia was hammered, hammered very badly. So, do you think this bowling lineup will provide any kind of a competition at least to a Mumbai batting lineup?
Imam, yes, Delhi's bowling has been disappointing, but given on their day, they can give that competition. Like what Sunny said, we cannot take them as easy. I am preferring Delhi over Hyderabad, but still we cannot take them lightly. Given Norkia is totally out of sorts, and even Iyer did not believe in him. He gave Ashwin the 18th over when he had Stoinis, Norkia, and Rabada left. So that tells you how much confidence he has. He gave it in the end when it was almost one for them, but still he did not pick a wicket in that over also. So and even for Rabada, so if you see, he might have got 4 wickets today, but until his second wicket, he did not bowl very good apart from the pitch of a delivery to Warner. So he has been very inconsistent. Rabada is an excellent bowler, no doubt. He has the purple cap, but he has been inconsistent at times when Delhi needed
Yes.
him a lot. So for them to win the finale, these two bowlers have to do. Otherwise, I don't see them winning without Rabada and Norkia performing. I don't see them winning.
Sunny, I think today a lot of credit has to be given to Shreyas Iyer. I'll tell you why. Because bowling Ashwin in that over was a kind of a masterstroke. Because Samath, I've been telling you guys since the beginning of this tournament, Samath is fantastic when it comes to fast bowling. He smashes fast bowlers. You ball him a bouncer, the ball goes out, and you will find that Ricky Ponting was surprised when he hit that six, and I was not, because I know that he likes space on the ball, and that's where Sunny Shreyas Iyer, smartly read the game. I don't know whether it was his decision or Ponting's, because they had a timeout in between. So I'm sure Ponting would have been in his ear and saying, "Yes, Samath को fast bowling मत दो, उसको या तो Stoinis दो जो change of pace डालता है, या नहीं तो उसको आप spinner दो." So both the ways, if you see, Samath did not hit a six out of Ashwin. So your thoughts on Iyer's captaincy, and one thing which I'll ask all of you. I'll start off with you. Apart from Shreyas Iyer captaincy, I see a lot of players playing in spite of an injury, guys. Ravichandran Ashwin is the biggest example. Shreyas Iyer doesn't seem to be 100% fit. And all these players are our Indian cricketers, and they'll play a very important part in the upcoming test series, especially Ashwin. So do you think playing players who are carrying injury is right for Indian cricket? So you answer that question, Sunny, after the thoughts on Ayer's captaincy.
Well, first of all, you're talking about a year's captaincy. For me, apart from this game, his captaincy has been below par. But I still feel that it would have been Ricky Ponting who would have, discussed it with Shreyas Iyer ki we should bring in Ravi Ashwin, as you said, ki Samad was hitting fast bowlers quite easily because ball was coming onto the bat perfectly for him. And even I thought in that situation that it would be better to bring someone like Stoinis or Ashwin, because Ashwin, since we all know that he's a off spinner, but Stoinis could have been a key player if he would have brought in place of Ashwin because of the variations and slowness of the wicket. So for me, I think it was a good move by Shreyas Iyer or Ricky Ponting, whoever actually made it. But for me, I think, yeah, I agree with Samkit and Keshav that there are still some loopholes which are yet to be covered. But since I think it's the final, they would be looking to play their A game there against Mumbai Indians because they don't want to make it four in a row against MI. And also coming to your question that many players are playing despite the injury. Well, I think it's their call because they are playing for a franchise and they actually want to make it big for them and for the franchise. So that might be the reason they're still trying to prove themselves. Ki, yes, we are still there and we can still win you the games. We can still win you the title. But for me as a player, if you look at it at a bigger picture, then I think it would be better if injured players they should be given some kind of rest because for us Australian tour is very important, and we have to make it big this time because people were thinking that Warner and Smith wasn't there last time and that's why we won it. So for us this Australian tour would be a big statement.
Keshav, I am a bit afraid if what Sunny is saying is right. Do you think it should be a player's call? Because as far as BCCI goes, if a player is contracted with them, if they have a slightest of niggle, the board physio should be made aware of such kind of an injury. That's the protocol. And the way Ashwin is moving while fielding the ball, you can very clearly see that he's limping for each and every delivery. Do you think it's such high risk cricket? Do you think that this should be allowed, Keshav?
Uh, yeah, it has to be a player's call because a player only can tell better than anyone else, better than any doctor or a physio that how bad or good it is. If it's manageable, if he understands that he's 70 or 80% and he can sustain a game because, and especially being a bowler, you just have to bowl 4 overs. Being a batsman, I still understand that you have if you're a top order batsman, you could end up spending almost 3.5 hours on the field. But if you're a bowler, especially a spinner, you don't have to run a lot. You just have to bowl your 4 overs. And these days, as you keep pointing out, that people just do their roles and go back in the dugout, and then the substitute comes in. So and also the test matches start later on, in the second half of December. So there is a considerable amount of gap in the IPL final and the test matches. So probably Ashwin might have thought that he can make that extra effort, and he's not in the ODI and T20 team. So I think to each his own. And absolutely, there is no doubt that Indian tours and playing for India should hold more importance than playing for a club. But it's also there's this responsibility that if a franchisee has given you so much of money and have so much of faith in you, then if possible, without jeopardizing your future and without bringing yourself into some sort of harm, if at all you can manage somehow. So I think people might be putting that extra effort. But of course, if it's the 50-50 thing, then you should be keeping in mind that the when the next Indian tour is.
All right, Samkit, would know quickly your views on the same, buddy. You go with Sunny and Keshav and say that players call, or do you think that this should be strictly monitored? Because IPL happens only for 50 days in the whole year, and then you have the Indian cricket, which is for the complete year. So, do you still say a player's call is okay?
It's a player's call, but I think BCCI won't either interfere because a lot of money is at stake. Matlab, there's a lot of things they own. Oh, and they know before coming to IPL that they have put such a tight fixture, and there will be injuries until there is a player like absolutely like 40% fit or something like that. They will give cases like 80 to 90%. You have Rohit Sharma ka, there is a different case like with BCCI interfering, but in these cases if Ashwin and Shreyas Iyer is 80 to 90% fit. I don't think BCCI interfering in this matters. We might even see New Zealand cricket not interfering. Like with the power that
Sanket,
BCCI has
let me
today,
let
we
me
might
ask you
see
this
New Zealand
question.
cricket not in.
Do you see Ashwin to be 70-80% fit with the way he's being on the field?
That is there, yeah. But Keshav again pointed right. He's a spinner. So had it been a fast bowler like a Shami, they would have
But he
definitely
has to
rested
be
him
on the field
because
for 20
of
hours, 20
how good.
overs.
No, right. With all the substitutes coming in, you see Anukul Roy fielding almost 18 to 19 overs for MI. So with all these substitutes that are playing, so you will eventually replace them if they're not feeling well. So, and I think even the test tour is far away. So playing Ashwin made sense
Okay,
in that aspect. Had it been a fast bowler
perfect.
or a top order batsman or a player who is very crucial for 2020 or ODIs, then it might have been a different decision.
Perfect. All right. I think, absolutely respect all of your views. My view is very simple. If you are a BCCI contracted player and a star player like Ashwin, who plays all the test matches for India, home and abroad, then he should not be allowed to take his own call. Because if you start to do that and leave it to the players' call, then a lot of players will not leave IPL matches because huge money is involved. It's not about proving themselves. They don't have to prove anything to anybody here. It's about filling in that purse. And if they're saying that 50% fit okay भी मैं खेल लूंगा, as you guys said कि field दे देंगे, substitute दे देंगे, then that's a dangerous situation for us to get into. Because if you set that precedent, then everybody follows. And that's what I feel. As an Indian cricket fan first, I would never want to see a player carry an injury into a tournament and then get exposed and then being sent back home. So that's something I would want to avoid. That's my point of view, which I wanted to share. All right, guys. So let's talk about Hyderabad. I think they deserve a mention. They deserve something to be spoken about. I said this so many times. I'll repeat it. Sunny, no Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, Mitchell Marsh, Vijay Shankar. They kept on falling like nine pins. When they had finally thought that they have got the team balance right, Saha gets injured, and you get a Goswami who's unfortunately is contracted to play for SRH only to get a zero. So Sunny, in spite of all these things, Hyderabad has made it so far. What do you think has been their positive points, or what have been their skills which have made them carry on to a semi-final like an IPL?
I think first and foremost thing would be the intent, because if you see, they were, I think, in the bottom half of the table after the first half has been done and dusted of the IPL. They were there in the second, in the bottom list. So from there to, making it to playoffs and winning 5 matches on a trot, defeating the top three teams like Mumbai Indians, Delhi Capitals, and Royal Challengers Bangalore, and then making it to the qualifier two and giving your 100%, not 100, 200%, even after missing out their important players like Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Mitchell Marsh, Vijay Shankar, and Ridhiman Saha to injuries. I think hats off to them, and that was the reason why actually I said ki heart says Delhi and mind says Hyderabad before the qualifier, because I know the kind of team Hyderabad has been. They were there in the similar spot in 2016. They went on to win the title, and they were in the similar spot in this IPL also. And the kind of intent they have shown in the last 5 games, which they won consecutively, was, you know, I'm not wearing a hat. I would like to do the hats off thing for that. So for me, I think Hyderabad have been one of the best teams in this year's IPL. I don't care if no one agrees with me, but for me, they are one of the top contenders.
Keshav, I was just saying again before you joined that imagine an Abdul Samad winning this for Hyderabad. 23 to get off 10 balls, and he was there, Williamson was out. Imagine him getting a 50 not out, 60 not out, and taking Hyderabad home. A Kashmiri guy who comes out from a place where there's so much of problems, and he comes out playing cricket, and he being the Googled guy by everybody. Now, unfortunately, there is a situation that where his innings wouldn't be remembered, because even though he got a 33 of 16, his innings will not be remembered because they did not win, and neither nobody spoke about it, and it's unfortunate. So, do you think that these kind of performances and Natarajan's performances will go under the carpet and they will lose out in spite of doing so well here?
I think the performances might be forgotten because of the result, but the name Abdul Samad might not be forgotten because he has put in ample amount of show in this IPL, especially being his first season and being an uncapped player coming out of nowhere and surprising everyone. I've seen a lot of Twitters handle, talking about him and praising him even for that inning, especially Irfan Pathan, has who is responsible for bringing him to the fore, and also I think Harbhajan Singh also tweeted that he can see him playing for India in the future. So, and also same goes for Natarajan, because both of these guys have such good stories to tell, where they come from, how they have uh, मतलब जो evolution इनका रहा है in this IPL, and it's been amazing. And a team like Hyderabad, nurturing this kind of talent, it goes on to show that they do believe in the youngsters, and they have a very secure future with these sort of guys for the next few years. And talking about the journey that SRH had, it's a testament of their depth, that even with the injuries to Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Mitchell Marsh, Vijay Shankar not available, Vridhiman Saha, after finding such rich form, just like last year, he also gets injured. So after having so many injury problems, not being able to play somebody like a Nabi and Bairstow, I mean, other teams would lick their lips to get them into the playing
And
11.
not to forget, they haven't picked Billy Stanley in the 11.
Yeah, Billy Stanley is still, not that impactful, or that somebody like a Nabi or a Bairstow is not still that class as a T20 player. But I'm just saying कि मतलब इतनी depth है इस team में कि इन players के ना होते हुए, इतनी injuries होते हुए भी, if they made it to the playoffs, they finished third, gave a proper run for their money to Delhi, defeated the other three finalists coming into the playoffs. I think, Imam, you should not be a disheartened fan tonight. You should be proud of what they have achieved because of the limitations that they have.
Absolutely, I'm pretty very proud of it, Keshav. As I said, I was just disappointed. The disappointment was because of the closeness of the loss. I thought at one stage the way Warner got out, I told my family as well. They asked me, "What do you think?" I said, "Warner gets out. This is game set match Delhi Capitals, because Warner has to score a 70 or an 80, and then other people can play a supporting role." But unfortunately, he got out, and I said, "Okay, this is gone now." But I still watched the match, relaxing in my, I was just watching, relax, okay, chalo dekho. But the way Samad and Williamson played tonight, and I was fearing this. And the problem is, I also was fearing this. I knew that ये लोग खरीब लाएंगे और वो कोई out होगा, and it will not be, it will not be a game where which will win. But anyways, as you rightly said, I'm proud of my team. I'm really proud for the fact that they stood up, they kept on fighting, they never gave up. There was a point that they could have been knocked out in every game they played in the last 4 games, but they still survived, and what a game they played tonight. Definitely made me proud. So, Sankit, before we close the Hyderabad conversation, one last point from you. As Keshav said, Samad can be seen somebody who can play for India. Do you think that the good things which you saw tonight was Priyam Garg pulling a 6, and Samad so easily playing fast bowling. These are very good signs for Indian cricket because at the end of the day, we always had a problem playing short pitch deliveries. Most of the players have, but these players are seeming to like the ball coming out of the bat that way, and पुल करने में प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं लगता मेरे को समझ वो कमिंस को छक्का मारा था उसने और आज नोकिया की 148 बॉल को वो छक्का मार दिया आसानी से so do you think you think that Indian cricket is in safe hands going forward?
Absolutely, ma'am. Credit goes to Rahul Dravid and everyone involved in like grooming all the players in under 19 stuff and IPL to give them this platform where giving them confidence is one thing and giving them the opportunity to play at such a huge level against such good players is another thing. Like we have seen a lot of players who have performed this IPL, a lot of players who we wanted to excel not perform, but I think with time and with experience these guys will improve and that will be a very good future for Indian cricket. And you can see like even in today's 2020 and ODI we have so much fierce competition for the top 5 top 6 places and even like other places, but especially the top 5 places, like with everyone knocking on the door for a Rohit Sharma, for a Shreyas Iyer to not perform, and everyone like just wanting to grab that spot. So having that competition is very healthy for Indian cricket.
Absolutely. And I just hope that we can purchase Raina in the upcoming IPL. If there is no mega auction, I would want Raina to be in this team. Imagine a Raina in this team will give so much of depth, and then we can play a Williamson to open the batting. We can say Williamson, ja, खेल ले अपने innings जितना खेलनी है because he is a quality player. And man, what a innings he played tonight, boss. मतलब hats off to him, यार. मतलब वो किस तरह से छक्के मार रहा था. He was coming to the pitch of the ball so beautiful hitting. It was not ugly hitting at all. The only shot he was not able to hit properly was the one in which he got out. Otherwise, if that would have gone into the gap, then we were talking about a Sunrisers victory. But it was not to be. But anyways, let's take few comments now. Did Sunny come on TV? Star Sports Hindi, Het Modi. Yes, Het Modi. Sunny is very popular. He is on Star Sports. Very soon he'll be on TV9 also, which is the Australian network, where he will be supporting the Indian team and Mark Nicholas के साथ बैठ के commentary भी करेगा वो. राकेश कुमार बोलते हैं congratulations Delhi, I support Delhi Capitals. Congratulations to you Rakesh. These are very nice comments to read. There was a guy in our group who's making me really go mad with his comments, but again let's not get there. Pushkar says poor fielding caused the match. Although Samad and Kane showed some spark, 7-time Kagiso Rabada's 3 wickets in an over in his entire career. Nadim and Holder, most expensive figures. Thank you so much for reminding Pushkar. Dhawan, only second Indian left-hander after punt to score 600 runs in a season. Delhi last team in the current 8 teams to reach final. Warner's lowest IPL score since 2016. Okay. Sloppy fielding cost SRH the match, says Ritvik. Ashish says congratulations Delhi Capitals. ये हेतमोदी तेरा दोस्त लगता है, दो बार इसने कमेंट डाला है so that we can highlight the point. Nitin Sharma says doesn't matter who plays Mumbai in the final, only team who would have beaten them is Rajasthan Royals, and thanks to Steve Smith they are not there. That's a point which we can discuss, Nitin. Actually, it's a good point. Rajasthan Royals has a very good track record against MI, similarly to what MI has against Kolkata. Saha's absence in this game also turned out to be a differential factor. It's never been players' call. Before every match there is an injury. Player का फिटनेस टेस्ट होता है. अनुज बोल रहा है. अनुज, प्रॉब्लम ये है कि अगर फ्रेंचाइजी का फिजियो आपका फिटनेस टेस्ट करेगा और प्लेयर अगर बड़े नाम का है तो वो ज्यादा आपको ड्रिल्स नहीं कराएगा, वो प्लेयर का कॉल ले लेगा. अच्छा तुम फिट हो? हाँ फिट हो, ठीक है खेलो. Abdul Samad has the potential to be future Dhoni of India. Oh, that's talking too much, Ritvik. Mahendra Singh Dhoni is a giant. He cannot. Abdul Samad can, if he can become 20% of Mahendra Singh Dhoni, then he would have achieved a lot in his career. Trust me on that. And Abdul Samad has a potential. That's what Ritvik said. Okay, we have taken the comments. Let's talk about the big game. Yes, Andrew.
I'll just add to the physio point. So I was watching the MI documentary. So it is always a coach's pressure on the physio that even if I want him in this game, can he be 80 to 90% fit so that I can play? So that also plays an important role in this sense. Yeah, go ahead.
There you have it, Anuj. There you have it. मतलब कोच को अगर आप ना बोलोगे तो दूसरे फिजियो को दूसरा जॉब ढूंढना पड़ेगा. But I think, guys, I'll just take a yes or a no, quick yes or a no, not उसमें expand मत करना. Keshav, that Samad six, before he got out, he hit a six. Do you think that was a no ball?
They didn't actually show the proper replay, so real time में इतना पता नहीं चला. If they would have shown the replay and probably discussed on it a bit, then we might have been able to answer it correctly.
Okay. No worries. No worries. Get it. Samkit?
I think yes, it was a no ball, and that
Sunny?
was
Even I didn't get it in the first go, actually.
Okay. Now I'm watching it as I speak. That's why I asked you those questions. It was a no ball
They are
because he hit
showing
it
it
from here. No, the highlights is going on, so I just had a look, and that's why I asked you that question. All of you, I wanted to take, because they also did not show the replays and stuff.
Don't watch highlights, you will get hurt again.
No, that's fine. I've got hurt now, so इसमें hurt होने का नहीं. Result तो वही रहेगा. अगर मैं 10 बार देख लूँ तो वही रहेगा. So that's no worries. Okay, guys. So after 49 episodes of Circle of Cricket Fans Hangout, and after 59 matches, we have reached the climax of this IPL. Now, before we talk about the final, if the BCCI people are watching us, all of us want to say a big thank you, because what you have done was something we would have never thought of. You guys made our days and evenings much better. You guys have made our weekends a lot better, because all of us were thinking just one thing: when will this COVID thing go off? And thanks to you guys for arranging this tournament in such a beautiful way and adding those spectator sounds. We never felt that there was no spectators in the stadium. So huge credit to the broadcaster also. So thank you so much to the BCCI, and really appreciate it. And I wish that the next IPL will be in India. Hopefully that this thing goes away, because IPL in India का जो मजा है वो कहीं भी नहीं है. You have it in South Africa, Dubai, England, Kenya, Nairobi, कहीं पे लगा लो. IPL का मजा आपको इंडिया में ही मिलेगा, because of the wonderful crowd presence. All right. Now that's out of the way. So let me first go to Keshav here, who's a neutral party. Along with me, Keshav is a neutral party. And he said that who he wants to see the IPL being won by. But Keshav, let's apply the cricketing logic here. Wear your cricketer hat. You emotion में आके तूने CSK पे काफी मैचेस हारा के तूने prediction का हारा है मेरे से. So now put on your thinking cap, and as a cricket fan and as an IPL watcher for the last 59 days, who do you think will win the final?
यार देखो, सबसे पहले हमने क्या बात की थी जब हमने शुरू किया था अभी ये आज का शो, कि वो 3.5 घंटे कौन जीत सकता है. अब
वो ठीक है, वो तो हमने डिस्कशन किया ना बाबा. मैं पूछ रहा हूँ कि एज अ जो भी अभी तक तूने क्रिकेट देखा है, उस दिन क्या हो सकता है? वी कांट से, वी कांट प्रेडिक्ट. आई एम सेइंग एज अ क्रिकेट फैन, एज अ पर्सन हु हैज वॉच्ड all both the teams playing so many games, who do you think will win?
देखो, फेवरेट्स तो मुंबई है, उसमें तो कोई दो राय है ही नहीं, क्योंकि जैसा उनका टूर्नामेंट चला आ रहा है, जैसा उनका पिछले कुछ सालों का रिकॉर्ड है, 4 titles in last 7 years. So outright favorites of obviously Mumbai is, I would say, 60-40 in favor of Mumbai. But you never know on that particular day. Just if you remember the 2016 T20 World Cup in India were outright favorites. Nobody gave West Indies a chance. Even after India scored 195 in the first innings, everyone thought, अब तो ये तो अपना ही गेम है. और ऊपर से हमने गेल को जल्दी आउट कर लिया, सैमुअल्स को जल्दी आउट कर लिया, जो मतलब हमेशा टूर्नामेंट्स, वर्ल्ड टूर्नामेंट्स में चलता है, और उसके बावजूद हम हार गए. So it could be anyone's day based on one particular innings or a spell. So favorites is Mumbai, but I want to see a new winner, as I said. And you said कि मेरा कोई मतलब मैं न्यूट्रल हूँ, बट मैं रहता मुंबई में हूँ मैं दिल्ली से, तो दोनों से कनेक्शन है. लेकिन जो दिल का कनेक्शन था वो टीम 7वीं आई है इस बार, तो क्योंकि मैं दिल्ली से हूँ तो इस बार
मेरा मतलब था, ये जो ग्रुप है, ये जो अपना सर्कल बना हुआ है ना, ये जो चौका स्क्वायर बना हुआ है अपना, उसमें तो तू न्यूट्रल है, बिकॉज वो दिल्ली को सपोर्ट करता है, संकित मुंबई. वी आर द ओनली 2 people who are neutral in that way.
हाँ, तो अभी क्या है कि मेरे दोनों जगह इंटरेस्ट है थोड़े. एक कर्म भूमि, एक जन्म भूमि है. तो मैं जन्म भूमि को इस बार करूंगा, क्योंकि एक तो वो कभी जीते नहीं है, फर्स्ट टाइम फाइनल में पहुंचे हैं, और नया winner देखना है. And as only you could have picked out my vested interest in CSK not getting left behind in the trophy number of trophies.
Right.
So इसलिए भी.
Cool. Samkit, I know what you're going to say, but would want to understand why do you think this will be a Mumbai's cup to win?
Imam, Mumbai has played excellent cricket, like more than what I could have imagined and wished for. To be honest, like with like victory last year, I thought like we might have a subpar season this year, but they have been like the depth they have shown. Instances where I thought they might lose, they came and they bounced back and won the game. So they have been the consistent team, the more deserving, I would say. But as Keshav said, like it can be anyone's game. I really hope Mumbai wins it for the fifth time, and like we will be like the most successful team in IPL.
You know what? Before before Mumbai started this surge and won so many championships, and initially till 2013 when I watched the IPL, friends used to joke कि ये IPL खेला जाता है किस लिए? एक टीम मतलब तो फिक्स्ड है, दूसरा टीम जो भी IPL अच्छा खेलती है वो फाइनल में जाके चेन्नई से खेलेगी, इसलिए मैचेस खेले जाते हैं. तो वो जोक बन गया था because CSK used to be so formidable at that point. Now Mumbai के लिए वो होता है because Mumbai Indians have made a habit out of it. Now Sunny, my question to you is that the only way you could have, you can surprise Mumbai is by surprising them on the game day and getting things right. Stoinis का आज open करना. Now Mumbai Indians knows what is coming in their way. Okay, it's not that it's going to be a surprise. We found it as a surprise, and then now Mumbai Indians know that Stoinis would come out to open the batting. What do you think Delhi has to do differently in order to beat Mumbai on Tuesday?
It's just they need to be right there on their A game. They need to surprise Mumbai Indians with their A game. As you said, they need to surprise them on a game day, and I think they need to show the similar kind of intent which they had shown in the first innings, and also in the bowling department. Rabada and Nokia needs to step up in that match, because against Mumbai Indians, we haven't been there. We have been below par against them because we lost 3 times. It's been a hard trick for them. We don't want to make it a double one for them. So I just hope that, again, as you said, that it was a surprise for you, Stoinis opening the innings, but for me, it wasn't a surprise, as I had made my notes very clear.
No. It was not a surprise for me. I knew you tweeted early in the afternoon, right? You gave away a few secrets in the group. So I was not surprised. I was saying that the team which was playing, Hyderabad got to complete. But credit to them, they still got the field placing wrong. The only problem is they did not catch the ball. इतना खूबसूरत फील्ड प्लेसिंग रखा था स्टोइनिस के लिए, और वहां पे उसने कैच नहीं लिया, वो और बात है. बट एनीवेज दैट्स अ डिफरेंट डिस्कशन. But so you think that they have to bring in both bat और ball के साथ उनका A game लाना पड़ेगा to beat Mumbai. That's what you're saying. And one crucial factor, guys.
That's the only way they can defeat Mumbai Indians, because if you look the past 3 games, Mumbai Indians have completely outplayed Delhi Capitals, be it in batting, be it in bowling, be it their fielding.
Exactly. So my thought process is very simple, guys. I think Mumbai Indians, the way they played the first qualifier, and I'm sure Samkit will agree with me, was that till that timeout, they were playing within themselves. Jayawardene told them, hey guys, if we get 150, 160, we might lose. So you go all out and play your game. 200 मिलेगा तो हम जीतेंगे, नहीं मिलेगा तो हमारे पास एक और गेम है. यहाँ पे एक और गेम नहीं है. So if you take a risk, then you are out. So that will be the factor. Will Mumbai Indians be able to play the same way that they have been playing in this tournament so far? Because they know that if they take a risk and that doesn't come off, then Delhi Capitals will take advantage of it. That's the only thing which will be interesting to see.
Sorry to interrupt,
but I don't think Imam.
Yeah, they wouldn't. Yeah, I'm saying that a good smart team is the one who plays according to the situation, and just like England. I mean, if you take the example of England after 2015 World Cup, they started with that blueprint of going all out attack, aggressive team, batting order, very deep batting order up to number 8, number 9, even number 10 sometimes. But if you look at the final in the World Cup, they didn't play that brand of cricket. They played smart cricket. Even on the last ball, when they needed two off one ball, Stokes could have gone for a biggie, but he didn't. He made sure that, first we don't lose it. He made sure that the other team doesn't win it, and he made पहले उसने नीचे खेला. So it's about the smartness and adaptability. So I think Mumbai will also be smart enough. वो ऐसे ही मतलब तुक्के से फाइनल में नहीं पहुंचे हैं, कुछ मतलब अच्छा किया होगा लगातार, उसीलिए पहुंचे हैं. तो they will be smart enough and adaptable enough if there will be a situation like that.
So what I'm saying is the only way that Delhi can hope. I'm just trying to figure out ways for Delhi to win. The one thing is they bring their A game. Second चीज उनके लिए होनी चाहिए कि मुंबई अपना A game ना लाए. मतलब कहीं ना कहीं they falter, and that gives Delhi Capitals an advantage.
And,
Because if let me say this very clearly,
another
if MI play
another
hmm.
another thing that Delhi can do is, if they win the toss, they should bat first, because today they batted first. They saw the result, and also Mumbai has been good at defending scores in the IPL finals. The
Mumbai Indians
2017
will
and
bat first.
2019 finals.
मेरे से कोई
हाँ?
शर्त लगाने तैयार हो तो मैं लगा सकता हूं, क्योंकि मुंबई इंडियंस का अपार्ट आई थिंक उनका कोई सुपरस्टिशन है क्या है नहीं पता मेरे को, फाइनल में वो बैट ही करेगा. अगर रोहित शर्मा टॉस जीतेगा तो वो बैटिंग ही करेगा.
नहीं,
So
वो
you're
तो
right.
चलो,
जितने आईपीएल
रोहित टॉस जीत गया तो फिर तो दिल्ली के हाथ में ही नहीं है. बट अगर दिल्ली जीतता तो मैं कह रहा हूँ, क्योंकि
बैटिंग करनी चाहिए.
2017 और 19 पिछले दोनों फाइनल वो एक रन से जीते हैं डिफेंड करके. मतलब सिर्फ 2
Yes,
रन की
so
वजह
they
से
know how
उनके
to
पास
do
2
it.
एक्स्ट्रा ट्रॉफीज हैं. तो मतलब
Yes.
इतना उनको तजुर्बा है डिफेंड करने का स्कोर्स. तो इसीलिए मैं कह रहा हूँ कि तो बैटिंग करो.
3 फाइनल है
yes, Sandeep.
केशव, जहां उन्होंने पहले बैटिंग करी है मेरे ख्याल से.
लो
Correct.
स्कोरिंग थे तीनों.
लो
So,
स्कोरिंग. Yes.
इमाम exactly वही बात थी कि तुम यू वर सेइंग ना कि दे विल नॉट टेक दैट रिस्क. तो वो प्लेऑफ्स की तरह नहीं खेलेंगे इसको डेफिनेटली. उस टाइम दे विल ट्राई टू गेट अ 150 एंड 160 ताकि दे नो दे कैन डिफेंड इट. सो उस टाइम दे विल नॉट गो कि हमें 200 चाहिए तो 200 करके हम जीत जाएंगे. बट इन अ सिचुएशन लाइक फाइनल दे विल डेफिनेटली वांट की टिकट लाइक जितना ज्यादा हम कर सकते हैं उतना करते हैं, एंड लेट्स डू आवर बेस्ट विद द bowling.
And also,
But I
final में
try to
170, 175 is kind of like a 200 because of the pressure. So I'm sure, they sometimes what happens is कि अगर वो 160 की पिच है और आप 200 के लिए जाते हो तो आप 140 पे निपट लेते हो. तो आप 160 को
Correct.
टारगेट करो और 180 तक पहुंचो.
I just want to correct myself.
हाँ बोले.
You read out the comment first.
नहीं, यहाँ पे ये वेंकट बोल रहा है कि SRH and DC watching our hangouts because all the changes you guys suggested were spot on. Thank you so much, Venkat, for the credit. Yeah, बोलो सनी.
I just wanted to correct myself कि जो 4 फाइनल्स मुंबई इंडियंस ने खेले हैं वो चारों में पहले बैटिंग करी है, और सिर्फ एक में उनका 200 प्लस का स्कोर है 2015 में
कोलकाता में. Alright, yeah, so correct. So मुंबई रोहित तो टॉस जीत के बैटिंग ही करेगा भाई. मतलब ये तो सिंपल बात है. रोहित टॉस
जितने भी फाइनल खेले हैं ना, 4 चेन्नई से थे, 1 पुणे से था. सब में धोनी इन्वॉल्व था और धोनी ने सिर्फ एक फाइनल जीता है मुंबई से. तो यार आई होप
in 2010 I guess.
हाँ,
Yeah.
That was in 2010.
यस 10 या 11 दोनों में से कोई था मुझे याद.
10
10 था.
10 भी था,
11 में
11 भी
आरसीबी
जीता
थी.
था.
11 में आरसीबी थी फाइनल में.
हाँ, दोनों बार नहीं जीता. Okay, as you guys know that we can discuss this for the next 2-3 hours also, but I think we are well past time, 12:30, and thank you viewers for still watching us. So we just have one more episode to go, guys.
जाते जाते इमाम से मेरा एक सवाल है, क्योंकि आज इमाम की टीम का सफर खत्म हुआ है. तो इमाम, जैसे आपने चेन्नई का सफर खत्म होने पे मुझे स्पॉट पे डाला था और मुझसे एक सवाल किया था, तो आज मैं आपसे पूछना चाहूंगा कि अगले सीजन के लिए आपके 3 कौन से ऐसे प्लेयर होंगे जो आप रिटर्न करना चाहेंगे?
बिल्कुल. Keshav doesn't forget, you see, easily. Yeah, so that's for me. It's very easy, Keshav. I think I will definitely, go ahead, and the first player I would want to retain is Rashid Khan. Rashid Khan is a guy who I will never let go. I would want him to play till he retires for SRH, because not just his cricket, it's the kind of human being he is. I love him to death. So Rashid Khan will be the first guy. Second, I would want to keep Kane Williamson. I never want to let Kane Williamson go to some other team. Having so much of, उसके पास इतना सारा टैलेंट है, आज उसने बता दिया है कि भाई कितनी खूबसूरती से वो T20 खेलता है. So Kane Williamson हो गया 2. Then third, I will not go ahead and pick a Warner. Warner, I'll let him go into the pool. I'll say कि pool में जाओ, तुम जाके खेलो. And I will go ahead and retain a Natarajan, because now a team, all the teams would be gunning for him, because he's a Yorker specialist. So I don't want to retain 3 foreigners, because if I retain 3 foreigners, then I will lose one right to match card. So I will go ahead and retain these 3 players, 2 foreigners in Williamson and Rashid, along with Natarajan.
But I think going by how SRH has been treating Warner with some sort of special love than Williamson, I think they'll probably retain Warner and Rashid as the 2 foreigners. And then if that situation arises, तो RTM के लिए फिर हमारी चेन्नई की भी नजरें होंगी विलियमसन पे.
करेक्ट. नहीं, इसलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि वो जाने ही मत दो विलियमसन को ऑक्शन में. वार्नर इज कैचिंग अप ऑन हिज एज, केशव, मतलब एज इज कैचिंग अप विद हिम. विलियमसन इज स्टिल यंग, so you can say, Williamson, you are our bet, we retain you. We still might not give you the captaincy, but you are the player we will retain. David Warner, I don't think a lot of teams will go after him, because he's in his high 30s now. So a lot of teams will think कि नहीं, Warner को नहीं लेते हैं.
So you're okay to let go Nabi and Bairstow if they are not been purchased again in the auction?
No, absolutely fine with it. Nabi, I want somebody. मैं तो चाहूंगा नबी जाए भाई. The kind of talent he is, he should play. And with Hyderabad, he will never get a chance to play, because Rashid is already playing. So you cannot have Afghan Jalebi.
Keshav would be very delightful.
चेन्नई को दे दो, चेन्नई को.
और नबी को नहीं करेगी ना,
because he's an Indian top order batsman. तो
who
making
मनीष पांडे के इमाम भाई फैन हैं.
मनीष पांडे आज उसने बता दिया है कि भाई आई डोंट वांट.
फ्रॉम अ फाइनेंशियल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, फ्रॉम अ फाइनेंशियल, अगर हम उसको आरटीएम करने जाते हैं, राइट, ही विल डेफिनेटली गो +9+ crores, राइट. उस सेंस में मैं बात कर रहा हूं. यू कैन ऑलवेज आरटीएम नटराजन मेरे हिसाब से, बट
नो आई डोंट वांट मनीष पांडे. मनीष पांडे को छोड़ दो भाई, नहीं चाहिए मनीष पांडे. मनीष पांडे इज अ काइंड ऑफ अ गाय हु it's like वो जो he has the best voice in the world, for example in singing, but वो म्यूजिक डायरेक्शन करने जा रहा है हर बार. he is not playing, मतलब जब भी उसकी जरूरत होती है ना, वो हाथ देता है. and I don't want a player like him. The only team which got the best out of him was KKR, and I think because he was quite young then. But now no Manish Pandey. I don't want Manish Pandey here. I want a young team. Kane Williamson and Rashid Khan are my bets for the next 5 years. Natarajan is my bet for the next 5 years.
The kind of season Samad had, Natarajan had, or even a Sandeep Sharma had, अगर ये एक ऑक्शन पूल में वापस जाते हैं तो इवन आरटीएम आपको अभी जो उनका प्राइस है उससे बहुत महंगा पड़ेगा. समद को क्या 20 लाख 50 लाख में खरीदा होगा, अगर वो जाता है ऑक्शन में तो 1 करोड़ में जाएगा, कम से कम 10 लाख में ना, सीधा 10 टाइम्स में जाएगा अगले ऑक्शन में.
गाइस सुनो, तुम लोग को ये रूल नहीं पता है, सुन लो. अगर आप किसी को रिटेन करते हो तो चाहे वो 10 लाख का हो बंदा, लेकिन आपके 12 करोड़ रुक जाएंगे, बिकॉज दैट्स अ टॉप फीस यू पे. इट्स नॉट अबाउट वो आप बंदे को कितने में लाए थे. तो दैट्स व्हाई यू कैन यूज अ राइट आरटीएम फॉर हिम. यू कैन नॉट यूज एन आरटीएम. अब विलियमसन को अगर आप रखोगे, अभी डेविड वार्नर को आप रिटेन करते हो ना, तो इट मेक सेंस, क्योंकि वो है ही 12 करोड़ का. यहाँ पे आप 10 लाख के प्लेयर को 12 करोड़ में रिटेन करके आप अपने 11 करोड़
नहीं कह रहा कि आप अब्दुल समद को रिटेन करो. मैं जस्ट ऐसे ही बता रहा हूँ कि द काइंड ऑफ सीजन समद हैड, नटराजन हैड, ये लोग अभी 10 टाइम्स जाने वाले हैं अगले ऑक्शन में.
बिल्कुल नहीं जाएंगे. मैं बताता हूँ तेरे को क्यों. नो, देयर इज अ कैच. आई नो वी आर गेटिंग ओवर पास्ट टाइम. अनीश, जस्ट गिव अस 2 more minutes. द रीजन व्हाई, केशव, क्योंकि अभी जब सारे प्लेयर्स छूटेंगे ना, जो आपके बड़े बड़े नेम्स है, तो पहले लोग उनको खरीदेंगे. ये बंदों के साथ फिर वही होगा. अगर ये एक मिनी ऑक्शन में जाते, then these people would have got crores. Now the problem is that when you get into a huge auction, ये players का नाम बाद में आएगा, and by that time a lot of teams would have already finished their purse. So
बट
don't
अगले
be
साल
surprised.
नहीं है ना मेगा ऑप्शन, अभी तो मिनी वाला ही
हाँ,
हो रहा है
वो
ना.
तो नहीं,
फिर
वो
तो
तो
ये
नहीं
रिलीज
पता
ही नहीं
मुझे.
कर रहे हैं.
No,
अगर
it's
release
still
ही नहीं
not
करेंगे ना.
confirmed. Yeah,
I will
mega
just go
होगा
ahead
कि
and
mini
I will just go ahead and release Johnny Bairstow. Bairstow को मैं रिलीज कर दूंगा. मनीष पांडे को भी मैं करना चाहूंगा बिकॉज मेरे 9 करोड़ फ्री हो जाएंगे, और मैं बेयरस्टो को रिलीज करना चाहूंगा मेरे 2 करोड़. तो 11 करोड़ is a good amount for any other good players whom I can get. So I think that's
मैं
something I
सबसे
look
पहले केदार जाधव को फ्री करूंगा ताकि हमारे 8 करोड़ फ्री हो जाए और हमारी टेंशन फ्री हो जाए. सबसे ज्यादा उससे 8 करोड़ से ज्यादा हमारी टेंशन फ्री होनी.
for.
And Imam
Alright,
bhai,
guys.
you got two players right. Even I thought ki you would be going for Kane Williamson and Rashid Khan, and the third one would be Natarajan or Samad. So you got two right.
Thank you guys. So Keshav, see, your question has extended this by 7 minutes, but no worries, I loved it. But I really love my team as well. Thank you so much, SRH, for playing such brand of cricket. I know I'm very disappointed tonight, but when I wake up tomorrow morning, it'll be the good memories which I'll have, because it's not the Indian cricket team at the end of the day. Indian cricket team का मेरे साथ 7 दिन तक होता है hangover. I'm sure with you all as well. 2019 का वर्ल्ड कप तो अभी भी है. संकित को अभी भी 2019 वर्ल्ड कप के बुरे सपने आते हैं. So we don't discuss it. Alright guys, thank you.
इस बार इतनी टेंशन लेने की जरूरत नहीं है. मेरे को देखो ना, मैं क्यों इतना वो थोड़ा चिल हूँ, क्योंकि 4.5 महीने में अगला आईपीएल, तो 1 साल वेट नहीं करना पड़ेगा.
देख केशव, तेरे लाइफ की फंडा अगर हम सबने सीख लिया ना, तू छोटे छोटे खुशियों में खुशी ढूंढ लेता है. सो यू नो, नॉट जस्ट द 4.5 months, अगर आईपीएल को अगला साल भी होता तो किसी और चीज में खुशी ढूंढ लेता. सो यू नो, वी नीड टू फॉलो द वे यू लुक एट लाइफ. सो परफेक्ट. Thank you, Keshav. Thank you, Sunny. Thank you, Samkit. It was wonderful. And I would have really felt bad if I would have missed the show. But thanks to Sunny and Keshav, I made it. Because both of them said, Keshav ने तो बोला यार देखो मेरा एग्जाम्पल ले लो, मेरी टीम तो पहले ही हार गई है, फिर भी I am coming on the show. So you don't be disappointed. So I love that. I love that. You know, even though we have so many, you know, discussions, heated arguments sometimes, but you know, I think we love each other, and that's the beauty of the cricket circle of cricket fans hangout. fantasy.circleofcricket.com पे जाओ, लास्ट टाइम अपनी टीम बना लो, एक ही मैच बचा है, हो सकता है 42 lakhs जीत जाओ. So that's something you don't forget. And the final is on Tuesday. We will catch up on Tuesday after the game for one last show. Maybe we will have one more show tomorrow.
Yeah, there could be a surprise tomorrow for the fans, so we might come tomorrow also.
Yeah. So watch out for this space for more. Thank you. Good night, Anish. Before we say anything else, take it away, buddy. Good night and bye bye.